In today's video, we are going to show you how to remove the front bumper on a Model Y Premium or Launch Edition. Let's get right into it. So before we get started, there are going to be several tools that you need. You're going to need a 10mm with a ratchet, or I guess you could use a manual one. You want a trim removal tool. This is going to help a lot. And then you also need a torx 40 or T40. And all of these are going to be essential for you to remove the bumper. So for removing the bumper, it is very similar to all the other Teslas out there, but we wanted to kind of show you the differences between the two. So here's the thing. We have another video about removing this tub. We also have another video about removing this light bar. And we'll have a separate video of removing the headlights. The headlights, unfortunately, you have to remove the bumper to actually access the bolts to remove the headlights. Okay, so just keep that in mind. The light bar, you definitely need to remove the tub. And then the bumper, there's going to be actually 3 harnesses harnesses that you'll have to remove. You got the hose for the cleaner for the front camera, and then you got 2 right there. So this diffuser that is on the Premium or Launch Edition, which this is, you cannot remove it separately. Okay, so there are actually 2 ways you can remove this, and today we're going to show you how to remove without the undercarriage. Okay, so that is probably the more common way, but some people, they want to just remove the whole thing. They want to remove less things, and that's just what they prefer. So it just depends. But I think for a DIYer, if you're trying to replace a bumper or for whatever reason, maybe you're wrapping, this is probably going to be your easiest bet, especially without a lift. And we're doing it on purpose without a lift so that you can actually remove the bumper just like us. So let's get started. Enough talking. The light bar is already removed right here. It is actually held by 4 clips, and then there is a connection right there. And the reason, to answer your question, I actually have a standard bumper right over here. This is kind of the reason why you can't actually remove the diffuser, because you see all these clips right here. This is very, very similarly of how it's going to be on the Launch and the Premium Edition, where it's going to be held by those really aggressive clips all around. So it's going to be insanely hard, almost impossible to do. Remove it. And it makes sense. You don't want this bumper diffuser to actually come off when you're driving. So you need something to hold. Okay, so we're going to just walk through one side, and then we'll do the other side. And I think for the easiest way to explain this, I'm going to explain it in a way where we kind of handle everything on this side, on the left side, on the right side, and then the bottom. And then I'll walk you through on how to remove everything step by step. So first off, there's going to be 4 bolts right here, 10mm. Go ahead and remove it. Okay. So what's interesting is on the standard, there's actually 5 bolts. This one actually has 4. I like leaving the 2 in the middle so that when I'm actually, about to come off. Sometimes it does come off really aggressively. Typically not, because it has to slide out. But these bolts are going to hold it in place. So let's go to the other side and go ahead and remove the trim. Okay. So in order to remove the trim, you'll need a trim removal tool. And we sell a lot of these tools in our store right here. This is kind of what I use. Right. So the easiest way is typically there is going to be a little clip right here. For some reason, mine is missing. But to do this, I'm just going to show you in this one right here. You kind of get under it, and wow, my car is very dirty. You just kind of get under like this, and then you pull this apart, and then it clips out, and then it should come off very, very easily. So that's how you remove the clips. And now that we've established that, that's going to be how you remove all the clips. Okay. So once this clip is removed, you can pull this back. And typically, I try to find a weak point, and then I work my way across. So watch. Okay, that's not it. All right, so once I have that one out, okay, you want to be close to the clip that hasn't been removed yet, because if you have too much distance, it gets weak and it bends. You don't want to bend this trim. So I'm going to go here, and you're going to pull kind of aggressively straight back. And then once you get here, you'll notice that it has a clip that goes just like that, okay? I definitely should have worn gloves. The same thing here, guys. And then once you get here, you should be able to just pull back. And then we're gonna just set this aside until we get ready for it, okay? So now that the trim is off, we're gonna go ahead and remove some bolts. But before we do, since we're in the trim world, there's actually 2 clips right here that is on the bumper itself, and that needs to be removed because this wheel well that's around here is actually gonna stay while the bumper comes off. So same technique, guys, just get underneath that. There's actually a little insert, I don't know if you can see that. Insert right here, and then do that, and it comes off super easy, okay? So next, we're gonna go ahead and remove this, since I have the 10mm right here, we're gonna go ahead and remove this 10mm. And I'll try to share some tips and tricks as a rapper and as a shop here. If you see that this protrudes out, this is gonna be your adjustment. On the Model 3, it used to be kind of more in the inwards. This is a lot easier, so it's kind of quite nice. But if you want to adjust it, you can kind of move it around, but it fits pretty well, right? And then once this is out, the 10mm, we're going to go ahead and change our tool to the Torx 40, the T40, and then we're going to go ahead and remove this. And then we're going to go ahead and remove the bottom one. Okay, all right. And then this should just fall out. If not, just go ahead and loosen it up a little bit more. All right, perfect. And since we're already on this side, guys, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna shorten my base right here, and there is a little Torx in the inner parts right here. I don't know if you see that. I'm gonna try not to hide it from you. Okay, so once it's in here, this is actually what connects to the undercarriage, right where the wheels are. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that. Amazing. So that is off, and that is everything you need to do on this side. Just for repetition and for you, we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. And I'll try to share some tips while we're at it. So let's go ahead and remove this thing first, right off the bat, right here. This is already removed as well on this side. One more clip right here. Cool. So once that clip is off, we'll go ahead and remove this. I know I did this first, but I already have the Torx 40 right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And of course, the inner part, now that that clip is gone, you can go ahead and get in there. Awesome, right there, and then go ahead and switch it out again. We got our 10 mil again. Amazing. All right, so we are good to go at this point. To explain how this works, I want to actually show you in the bumper, and I like to show you this because this is just how I understand when I remove things, is I really like seeing what happens underneath it, right? So if you look at this is a standard bumper. However, the construction is almost the same. So you see this is where there's actually going to be bolts underneath right here. These are where the Torx 40 is going to go through, these teeth. And then these, you can see, there's no teeth on them. Why? Because there's an actual bracket that is attached to the front end of the car that there's a 10 mil that bolts into that area. So you can see that it's going to be a Torx 40, 10 mil, Torx 40, 10 mil, and it's going to be an alternating pattern, okay? So it starts with the Torx 40 on the end, and then it kind of alternates as it goes. And the other thing is, if you look, this sits on top of that undercarriage that I told you about. So if you look at this, all you need to do is slide it forward, and that's how it's gonna remove, okay, once you have it all loosened up. So now that you know this, and then another thing, 2 things here. This is the camera. There's an actual hose that attaches right here, excuse me. And then we got the harness that goes and connects to the car. There's gonna be 2 harness. And then of course, on the passenger side is where the PWS sensor is, which is a pedestrian warning system. Somewhere around there, right? So I think that's right. But that's gonna be also on this side, so you don't have to worry about it since we're only removing the front end of the diffuser, okay? So not the undercarriage. So with that in mind, hopefully that helped you a little bit more with the understanding. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the 10 mil first. Remember, alternating, so T40 and then the 10 mil, and then the middle one is the 10 mil and then 1 more. So 3 10 mils and 3 T40s. I'm gonna go ahead and go on the floor right here. So you got one right here. One right here. So back to the T40, and then one right here. That's where the teeth is. I guess there's 4 T40s, guys, not 3. So remember the side right here. And then one more right here. You see this right here? That's where the PWS is. Amazing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up my 2 bolts that's already here. Amazing. All right, so before we actually move forward, it's a good practice to actually tape up your bumper. Sometimes it actually could kind of ride on the edges of the fender. So it's a common practice for wrap shops and just shops in general to just tape it. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and do that. I like taking these out, honestly. You see how it dips on this side? Actually, yep. Where it dips, you just push in pretty hard and then it just comes out. There is going to be 2, wires that connect right here. I think when we're doing our instructions, we took it out. But the reason why I do that is you can kind of use it as a handle, just so you can hold it. And then first off, we're gonna go ahead and loosen up the bumper, okay? It does help to have another hand, but I'm gonna try to do this alone. But you're gonna get underneath it, and you're gonna lift up. You see how I did that? And then I don't want it to ride on anything yet, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Get behind it. Okay, great. That was pretty easy, right? Awesome, it's loosening up, I can feel it. Okay, my little handle. Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. Now, okay, so now I should be able to just pull this back. All right, now this is the hard part, guys, and this is the part I want to show you. So I like holding it. You could still rest it on these if you need to, but let's get an angle right here on how to remove this. So this is the holes that you need to make sure you remove right there. Okay, the way it works is you kind of loosen this up and then you pull. Okay, you loosen it up and then it should just, it's hard to hold with one hand. There you go. So the way this works, I just want to explain, is this is like a tension, and when you let it go, it kind of removes that teeth that's in the inside. And when you do that, there's actually a little like ridged entrance to that, and all this blue stuff, that's like what is it, all-weather, you know, like it's windshield fluid, so it's blue. I don't know why they always make it blue, but it's very, very blue, the ones they've been using it. So the next, guys, that we're gonna do is right here, okay, on this harness. And here's where, if you can get some help, this is gonna be huge. But if you have something like this, right? Let me see. Oh, that's very high. Yeah, this is definitely too high, but I mean, at least it's resting on this, so that helps. All right, so now that we're here, I'm gonna try to show you the best way, and this is the best angle. You see this right here? Those are 2. It's actually, the harness is attached to the headlight of the Model Y Juniper Premium. And I'll show you how to remove these. First off, this one, you pull this back. It's gonna be pretty aggressive, to be honest. All right, you heard that? I pulled this back, and then you push on this black thing right here, and then it just comes out. You need some, I kind of use the nail and I push this in. One tip is if you don't have enough strength to really push this in, You can take this all out with a trim tool and go all the way out, and then it'll be easier to push. I mean, that's just a tip. When you go all the way out, it doesn't break anything, okay? And then right here, this is the other one. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna pull this back out. You heard that? And then push. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that little click. It's like click, very, very small click, but same thing. You pull this back out, black right here. And this is the connector right here that you can see. So now that you have this all done, and this thing actually worked, you can go ahead and remove this back slowly. And there you go. And you have the bumper that's removed. And let me just show you, before we actually kind of conclude this, I just want to show you on the back end how it looks. And remember I answered the question about, can I remove this thing without removing the bumper? Good luck. It's very, very hard, right? You can see all of this clips, the rides. You also have to remove this thing right here. This is the air entrance for the active grille shutter, right? There's a couple, again, the camera right here, the harness that goes all the way. This is a cable I told you about that goes into the tow hook, and then the two harness that connects to the front end right here. So this is what it looks like. Again, same thing here. This is the hose for the windshield wiper for the camera cleaning mechanism. And then you got the harness that's attached to the headlight. But that's how you remove it. This is probably the easiest way to do it. One tip when you're actually putting it back, I assume that you're gonna put it back if you're gonna do this with us, is there is a little triangle right here, okay? That triangle coincides with the triangle in the front of the bumper that goes like this. So just make sure that's gonna be your guide. And what's really nice about this too, is there's all these ridges that Tesla designed into this bracket. And that ridges goes in on top of this rectangular area that holds it a little bit nicely, so you can kind of adjust it, right, before you actually, push it all the way in. So you have some adjustment period. One of the other tip is, remember, that needs to be on top. So before you put anything back together or tighten anything up, make sure all of these areas, these flaps right here, there's 5 flaps and 6 flaps, they're above that, and it rides on top of this undercarriage right here. You see how loose it is when I move it around, where the PWS is right there, the pedestrian warning system. So sometimes it'll go like this, and then, or like too much under, and it's gonna be ugly and it's not gonna fit correctly, right? So you just wanna make sure that it coincides with this and it sits really, really nicely. But other than that, I mean, putting it back together is very, very simple. So hopefully this helped you guys with whatever projects you are doing in removing the bumper. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. I want to have to put all this back together at some point, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. See you later.